Summer had arrived at last in the little kingdom of Arendelle. Even the youngest ice harvesters were hard at work, gathering ice for the warm months ahead. As night set in, they headed home with the northern lights to guide them. Inside the castle, Princess Anna excitedly awoke her older sister Elsa. Together, they sneaked into the Great Hall, where Elsa delighted Anna by creating a magical frozen playground. Rotate your device for Elsa's side of the story. Finally, Elsa's coronation day arrived. Anna loved seeing the gates open. It was so exciting to meet the guests, especially Prince Hans. He was handsome and, well, fun.
This is awkward. Not you're awkward, but just because I'm awkward. You're gorgeous. Wait, what?
Soon, the trio met a talking snowman named Olaf. Funny, Anna remembered him from her childhood. And wow, she was amazed by all the other frozen things Elsa had created.
I'm Anna.
And who's the funky-looking donkey over there?
That's Sven?
Uh-huh. And who's the reindeer?
Sven?
Oh, okay. Make things easier for me. Oh, look at him try to kiss my nose. I like you too.
At last, Anna reached Elsa's extraordinary ice palace. Kristoff waited outside with Olaf and Sven so that Anna could have some time alone with Elsa. Hans was taken away, but Kristoff decided to stay near Anna for a while. Queen Elsa approved.
We may.
I could kiss you.
Later, Elsa created a bit of winter for herself and lots of summer for everyone else. She even opened the gates to the kingdom. Anna was pleased. So was Elsa. Together, the two sisters decided that they would never close the kingdom gates again.
Frozen. When Princess Elsa and Princess Anna of Arendelle were little girls, they were the best of friends. Anna was one of the only people who knew Elsa's secret. Elsa had the power to make snow and ice. One night, Elsa filled an empty ballroom with snow so the sisters could play together. But as they played, Elsa lost control. She accidentally hit Anna with a blast of icy magic. Anna was badly hurt. Her parents went to the ancient mountain trolls for help. A wise old troll told them that Anna could be saved. She was lucky to have been hit in the head, not in the heart. Anna did not remember what had happened. To keep Elsa's gift a secret from everyone else, their parents surrounded the castle with walls and never let anyone inside. But whenever Elsa had strong feelings, the magic still spilled out. Elsa didn't want to hurt her sister again, so she stopped playing with Anna. That made Anna very lonely. Even after their parents were lost in a storm at sea, the sisters didn't spend any time together. Years later, it was time for Elsa to become Queen of Arendelle. For just that day, the castle gates were opened. Hundreds of people attended the coronation ceremony. Elsa worked hard to hide her feelings and her powers. At the party, Anna danced with handsome Prince Hans from the Southern Isles. He made her heart flutter. It seemed like they had everything in common. They decided to get married. Elsa thought their engagement was a bad idea. She told Anna, "You can't marry a man you just met." Anna couldn't believe it. "Why do you shut me out? What are you so afraid of?" Elsa started to lose control. "Enough!" As she shouted, ice shot from her hands. Everyone stared at Elsa in shock. Now all of Arendelle knew Elsa's secret. Elsa panicked and fled for the mountains. Anna felt horrible. Elsa's powers had created a terrible winter storm in the middle of summer. "I'll bring her back and I'll make this right," Anna declared. She left Hans in charge of the kingdom and raced after Elsa. As Anna rode through the fierce wind, her horse threw her into the snow and ran off back to Arendelle. Luckily, Anna met an ice harvester named Kristoff and his reindeer pal Sven. Together, they set off to look for Elsa. As they climbed the mountain, Anna and Kristoff discovered a beautiful winter wonderland. They met an enchanted snowman named Olaf. Olaf knew where Elsa was, and he was eager to help Kristoff and Anna bring back summer. Meanwhile, Hans was helping the people of Arendelle. When Anna's horse came back to the castle without her, Hans turned to the crowd and said, "Princess Anna is in trouble. I need volunteers to go with me to find her." Back on the mountain, Olaf led Anna and Kristoff to a giant ice palace that Elsa had created with her powers. Even Kristoff was impressed. Now that's ice. Inside, Anna told Elsa about the terrible storm in Arendelle. Elsa was worried. She didn't know how to unfreeze the town, and she thought that Arendelle and Anna might be better off without her. Anna wanted Elsa to come home, but Elsa was too scared that she would hurt more people. As the sisters argued, an icy wave of magic burst from Elsa's body and struck Anna in the chest. Anna wouldn't leave without her sister. Elsa knew what she had to do. She used her magic to create a giant snowman to chase Anna and her friends out of the palace. The snowman chased them toward a steep cliff. Kristoff thought they could jump, saying, "There's 20 feet of fresh powder down there. It will be like landing on a pillow." Hopefully. The friends landed safely below. They had escaped from the snowman, but Anna had other things to worry about. Anna's hair was turning snowy white. Kristoff brought Anna to the trolls. One troll told them that unless Elsa's magic was reversed, Anna would be frozen solid. Only an act of true love could thaw a frozen heart. Anna knew she loved Hans. Maybe a kiss from him would work. As the friends hurried toward Arendelle, Anna began to shiver. Kristoff was worried about her. He was starting to care for Anna. Hans and his soldiers had just arrived at the Ice Palace and attacked Elsa. They brought her back to Arendelle and threw her in the dungeon. When Anna arrived in Arendelle, she asked Hans to save her with a kiss. But Hans refused. He had only pretended to love her. He wanted to take over Arendelle by getting rid of Anna and Elsa. Hans left Anna alone and shivering. Olaf found her and helped her warm up by the fire. But Anna was getting weaker and weaker. Olaf glanced out the window and saw Kristoff racing toward the castle. "There's your act of true love right there," said Olaf. Kristoff was the one Anna needed to kiss. With the last of her strength, Anna struggled outside. Elsa had escaped from the dungeon, but Hans was close behind her. Hans told Elsa that her magic blast hit Anna's heart. "I tried to save her," he said, "but it was too late." Elsa collapsed in the snow and closed her eyes. Everything she had done to protect her sister had failed. Nearby, Anna was hurrying toward Kristoff when she heard Hans draw his sword. She turned and saw her sister. Elsa was in danger. Instead of saving herself, Anna leaped in front of her sister, crying, "No!" Hans swung his sword, but it shattered against Anna's frozen body. She had turned to solid ice. Elsa clutched her sister. "Oh, Anna, no. Please, no." Suddenly, Anna began to thaw. Her arms, warm again, reached around Elsa, and the two sisters hugged. As Olaf watched them, he remembered what the wise old troll had said. An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart. Anna's love for Elsa had saved both of them and the kingdom. The two sisters were best friends again, and summer had returned to Arendelle. Elsa even made Olaf a little snow cloud to keep him from melting. Elsa had a surprise for Anna. The castle gates were wide open. "We are never closing them again," she said. Now everything was the way it was supposed to be. The end.
Twilight Sparkle reads the letter out loud. Princess Celestia needs the ponies to help get everything ready for a very special day. There's going to be a royal wedding in Canterlot. Princess Celestia has thought of a special job for each pony. Applejack is as pleased as Punch. She's going to make all the food and drink for the wedding feast. As the bride and groom say their vows, Rainbow Dash will light up the sky with a sonic rainbow. Rarity's job is to design a beautiful dress for the bride and gowns for the bridesmaids too. Sweet Fluttershy and her choir of songbirds will sort out the music. Pinkie Pie is in charge of hosting the reception. She loves parties. Twilight has a big job on her hooves. She will make sure everything goes as planned. There's just one thing puzzling the ponies. Who is getting married? Twilight reads on. You are all invited to the royal wedding of Princess Mia More Cadenza. And shining armour, she says. Wow, that's Princess Cadence and my big brother. This is going to be the best day ever! All aboard! The Friendship Express is taking the ponies to Canterlot, where Princess Celestia is waiting for them. From the top of a tall tower, Princess Celestia watches the train arrive at the station. The carriage doors open and the ponies quickly trot off the train. With so much to do for the wedding, there's no time to lose. In the castle kitchen, Applejack is getting the menu ready for the big day. She needs to make a feast that's fit for royalty, but she can't do it on her own. Will you help? Pull on the cord to bring down the curtain. Are your hands nice and clean? Then let's begin. Choose cookies or start the royal wedding cake. Applejack needs your help to create the royal wedding cake. Choose the 5 correct ingredients and put them in the bowl. Delicious! That's right! Looking good! Done! Well done! Now let's set the timer and watch your cake bake in the oven. Great! You did it! The cake has cooled and is ready to decorate. Add icing, fruit, cream and ribbon to complete your wonderful wedding cake. Remember, to see the final result, just swipe the menu to the left. If you're now ready, swipe the curtain back up to return to the story. Rarity has always had a passion for fashion. Making the wedding outfits is her dream come true. You can be sure that Rarity's designs will be just gorgeous. Pull on the cord to bring down the curtain and start the activity. All of Fluttershy's forest friends want to sing at the wedding. Can you help them make up a very special song? It's time for Rainbow Dash to try out her sonic rain boom. It needs to be just right. Everyone will be watching. She can't do it without your help, though. Pinkie Pie is in charge of decorating the castle. She needs to find the prettiest flowers to make the castle look extra special. But which flowers will Princess Cadance like best? At last, the royal wedding begins. The guests all cheer and clap as the bride and groom swap rings and declare their love for each other. Princess Celestia is proud of the ponies. They have worked hard together to help make their friend's wedding day very special. You all understand the meaning of true friendship, she smiles, and that is a gift worth giving. Twilight Sparkle would like to thank you too. The ponies are so glad you could help. Remember, whenever you visit Equestria, the ponies will be waiting. You will always be best friends forever. Fireworks sparkle to mark the perfect end to a perfect wedding. It has been a magical day that the ponies will remember forever. The end.